Hi guys, it's Tracy Miller here, and I am excited to bring you to the next chapter of your This Is Me journal to really help you create your self-care story. So I hope you had a few minutes to do some journaling in the last chapter to really take a look back at your role models, to look at your food blueprint. How has your eating changed over the years? How has your health changed over the years? And to really be grateful and thankful for your body for getting you to today, right? So everything that we have done in our past has an impact on how we take care of our bodies today. So really important to take that look back to figure out what brought us here, what makes us tick, right? Now, as we go to the next step, what I really want to do is help you get in tune with your body, right? This is our self-assessment. So we are the best advocates for our own health, and the more we know about our body, the more we understand about our body, the more we can be empowered and control of how we feel. So in this section, we're going to talk about two things, primary food and secondary food. So primary food is actually not the food that we eat. Primary food are those things in our life that nourish us emotionally and physically. Those are all the parts of life that make up who we are and what we do. So I like to call this how full is your cup. And what it is, it's called a circle of life. And this circle of life is going to help you figure out what areas of your life might be out of balance, right? Because if you're totally stressed out at work or you're struggling with a relationship, that's going to affect how you take care of your body, right? We go to that quart of ice cream if we're not feeling well, or we eat the box of cookies. So we dive into things to kind of give us that quick fix to solve what's really bigger things that are going on in our life. So I love this circle of life, and I had the illustrator draw this up. I think it's just so beautiful. So I want you to go through and look at all these different areas of your life, your career, your friends, personal development, adventure, creativity, really important, financial issues, family, and of course your health. And I want you to draw a dot. If you're feeling very fulfilled and whole in that area, you put a dot on the outside of the circle. If you're feeling not so fulfilled in that area, you put a dot on the inside of that circle. And then what you do is at the end is you just connect the dots. So you'll be able to see visually where your circle is out of balance. And then I want you to just take some time and figure out how you're going to bring that you're going to bring more attention to that area of your life, right? So if you're just feeling not creative, what are some hobbies that you could do to make you feel more creative, bring more joy to your life? So important. What we eat is so important, but all those things in our life that make us feel like ourselves and feel whole are really important. So do that circle of life exercise. And then after that, we're going to really look at how you feel today. Right? How do you feel when you go throughout your day? How do you feel when you wake up in the morning? How do you feel when you, are eating throughout the day? What is your energy level like? How is your digestion? All those things that make us up throughout the day. And this is so important, right? We really need to know, and we need to listen to those signs of dis-ease, right? Because before disease comes dis-ease. That's really our body's way of telling us that something's not right. So I want you to go through and kind of rate on a scale of 1 to 5, and then make some comments in the section next to it on your energy, your concentration level, your digestion, your sleep, and then your stress as well. You can also look at things like hormonal balance, right? Headaches, is that something that happens to you throughout the day? Inflammation, and even your skin plays a big part of what's going on in your body. If you're having a lot of issues on your skin, that probably means that your body is screaming out to maybe detoxify, or maybe there's some kind of autoimmune thing going on, or inflammation. So really important to take a look at our skin. It's amazing to me how if I don't eat really well, if I'm traveling or something, eat a lot of more processed foods or carbs or something, I wake up and my eyes just feel like they're totally inflamed, right? And that comes from foods that are pro-inflammatory. So after you do that, write down, based on what you learned, what are some of your health challenges? What are the things that really affect how you live your day? Are you struggling with energy? Are you feeling bloated all the time, which makes you just not feel so great? What are the things that kind of, maybe you're getting in your way? Maybe you're getting a lot of headaches. because it's really important to kind of hone in on those health challenges and understand how they affect your day. Because when you get a sense of, how they're getting in the way, then you'll have more incentive, more passion to really help figure that out. And believe me, we have more control over our bodies than we are led to believe, right? So we can figure these things out and start tweaking different areas of our life, starting with what we eat, to really gauge that. And I can just tell you, for me, not knowing for years that I was sensitive to gluten and dairy had a huge impact on my life and how I felt. So really important to get in tune with that. A good way to do that is through your food tracker. And this is when I talked about primary food, those are the things that we fill our lives with outside of what we eat. And our secondary food is actually our nourishment, the things that we put in our body. So really important to get in touch with what we eat and how it makes me feel. And I will tell you, really important here, that this is one of the most effective tools that you can use to help you build that connection between what you eat and how you feel. And once you do that, you feel so empowered, you feel so enlightened. It doesn't mean you're going to do it perfect every day, but the more we understand what makes us feel good, we can continue to start setting that bar higher and really figuring out what makes us feel good and what makes us feel better and better and better every single day, okay? So we're constantly learning and tweaking. But this is one of the best tools that I have used for myself and that many of my clients have used also. So what you do is you go through for the next 7 days and fill this out. You're going to write down what you ate. You're going to write down how you felt even before you ate. Were you hungry? I have had women say to me that they hadn't been hungry in years because they were constantly grazing all day long. They never got hungry. They didn't even know what hungry felt like anymore. Really important. Are you hungry when you're eating? How quickly or slowly did you eat? If we are rushing through our meals and totally stressed out, that has a huge impact on our digestion, right? That can really affect how we feel after we eat, how it affects our absorption of nutrients, and it can really, really throw off our digestion. So how quickly or slowly did you eat? Was your meal, were you full after your meal? Were you over full? Are you having a hard time by eating too much? For me, sometimes I tend to just eat a little bit too much. I'm a little bit too uncomfortable. So really figuring out exactly when to stop is really important. The other thing is just writing down any other physical or emotional symptoms that you have after you eat your meal. So this is your Bible for the next 7 days. I really want you to just get down and dirty. Plan on writing in this in the morning, at noon, and at night. You can carry it with you if you want, but really tune into your body. And I can tell you that this detective work is really going to pay off, right? Okay, once you do that, then what you can do is write down your own unique diet, right? Because once you have a better sense of what foods work for you and what foods don't, then you are creating your own personal unique diet. And again, you can always look to other people for what they're eating, or diet trends and things like that, but you know your body best. So the clearer you can get on what foods fuel you and what foods don't, then you create your own personal diet. So I love this, your own unique diet. So fill this out. What foods bring you up? What foods bring you down? What foods make you feel good? What foods make you sleepy? What foods make you feel nourished? Sometimes even just like your mom's meatloaf makes you feel really good. And it's important to write that down. And once you do, you can write down the actual meals, some of the foods that you're eating. And that's going to be your Bible. That's going to be your go-to. When you feel off balance, these are the things that you want to come back to. All right? So important to write them down. Writing them down makes them real. This is not, these things change over time. So this is something, once you start building up those skills, you will continue to go back and revisit all the time. The next thing is your cravings. We all have cravings here and there. Sometimes our cravings are physical, sometimes they're emotional, and sometimes they are just a habit that we just do. We eat the cookie every day at 3 o'clock because we just always eat the cookie. So when you look at your cravings, we really want to start deconstructing them. So figuring out or thinking about how you feel when you are craving something, writing that down. Is it physical? Is it emotional? What you're craving and why? And then how you feel when you eat what you're craving. Does it make you feel good for maybe just a couple minutes and then send you crashing after eating a big candy bar? Or maybe it's a couple hours that affects your energy level. Maybe it's that caffeine that just you're craving, but it's really, you know, affecting your sleep at night. So just go ahead and write down some of the things that you crave, when you're feeling them and why, what you're doing when you crave them. Are you sitting at your desk after, you know, you're sitting at your desk for 3 hours and you just really need to, you know, eat something to feel more awake? And then what you're going to replace this with. Now, it could be foods. It could also be like a walk or something. Let's say 3 in the afternoon, you'll always get that craving. You want a cookie or you want caffeine. Maybe just taking a 15-minute walk outside your house is going to really help you change your mindset and actually make you feel better than you would if you ate the doggone cookie, which is usually just a very quick fix, all right? So conquer your cravings. Like, you are in charge of your body. So getting clear on how you feel before, during, and after those cravings is really, really critical. Next, what I want you to do is this is just a really great tool, your sleep assessment. A lot of people struggle with sleep, and that can really affect cravings throughout the day. That can affect your energy level, your concentration level, all those things. So take a minute it takes 7 days to really track your sleep. You can do this at the same time as the Food and Mood Journal, or you can do it the week after. But just go ahead and track your sleep. How many hours are you getting? And how do you feel throughout the day? How is that affecting your day? And add it up at the end of the week. How many hours of night are you averaging? You know, if you really look at it, are you getting enough sleep? And that is it for this section. At the end of the section, there's a meditation that I really encourage you to do as you go to sleep every night, because as we get more in tune with our body and we build more of a connection to how we're taking care of ourselves, it's really important that we are thankful for our body. And so our food is information for our body, but so are our thoughts. Deepak Chopra says that even what we think has an impact on us at the cellular level. So if we go around having negative thoughts about our body every day, beating ourselves up because we think we're fat or we think we're, you know, not good enough or whatever, it's sending messages to us at the cellular level. So I want you to really bless your body every single night. Say a prayer for it. Bless your everything from your skin, your hands, your feet, all the way down to your body at the very cellular level. Talk to your organs, talk to your feet. Thank them for, you know, carrying you through the day. And it may sound kind of silly, but guys, you know, it's amazing how many negative thoughts can run through our mind every day if we're not really careful. So we want to really build in that gratitude for our health and awareness and knowledge of who we are, how we feel, and how we want to take care of our bodies. So that's it for today. I can't wait to hear from you. Please send your feedback, send what you've learned to me at my email, and I want to share these stories because it's so important. We're all figuring this out together. So continue with your self-care story, and I'll be back to help you create a vision for your health and how you want to feel. Have a great day, everybody.